Good evening, guys. Welcome to Google Developer Student Club in the domain of game development. Hope all of you are doing well. Today is the very first day of Pygame session. So, we will start with some basic intros on game development. Then, we will jump into our main topic, that is Pygames. You should know these basic pathways in order to work with us in our future projects that will be declared to all of you in the last day of our sessions. We will also choose some of you for our game development community. Before jumping into the topic, I would like to introduce ourselves. I am Arghadip Chakraborty, second year student of TIB. My teammates and other two speakers are Shutoshi and Hare Krishna. This game development domain is a vast area. We will go step by step, and the most important in this session is that this session is going to be interactive. You can ask your queries and we will clear your doubts. So let's get started. I know that most of you play games and like to play games. But have you ever wondered how these are made? This part will be delivered shortly by Hare Krishna. So, Hare Krishna, please continue.
So hey guys, good evening. I am Hare Krishna Jana. I am a student from second year CSE department in TIB. So you all know that there are mainly two types of game, 2D and 3D. Our session is on Pygame and we can make some easy 2D games using this. It's unfortunate that Pygame does not provide any 3D capability and it will never provide that, I think. But in our upcoming sessions, we will make 3D games. There we will use some powerful game engines. So, do you guys have any idea about game engines? Okay. A game engine is a software framework primarily designed for a development of video games. Just like any other IDE, if any particular language like Python, C, C++, we use IDE, right? So here, just like that, we have to use a game engine. There are many game engines, but the popular and very easy to use game engines are Unreal Engine and Unity. Everyone is familiar with Unity, I think. So both of them are free to use. You can just download it and install in your computer and start making games. Unreal Engine is a game engine developed by Epic Games. I hope many of you have heard the name Epic Games. If you ever played PC games like Fortnite, GTA 5, etc., it all we can get the games from Epic Game stores. Obviously, we have to purchase the game first. The Fortnite is free also. Unity is a cross-platform game engine developed by Unity Technologies. It is also free as software. In the Unreal Engine, we need to know C++ programming language, and for the Unity, we need to learn C# programming language. Now it's totally upon your choice to select a game engine which is most suitable for you. If you are comfortable with C++, then you can go for Unreal Engine, or if you are comfortable with C#, then go for Unity. Both of them are very easy to use, and there are many websites that provides us the tutorials for the game engine, and even we will help you with this. Okay, so then after choosing a game engine, we require several assets. Assets means the characters, house, cars, animals, birds, etc. Right? So without assets, a 3D game is not a game, right? We cannot play a game without any assets. For making the assets, there are many softwares, but as we are focusing on 3D assets, we will use softwares like Blender and Maya. So have you ever heard the names or ever used it? Okay, Now some detailed basics on the software will be delivered by Argodeep. So I would like to call him and say something about this software. So Argodeep, please.
Here you can see Autodesk Maya in the left side, which is commonly shortened to just Maya. It is 3D computer graphics application that runs on Windows, macOS, Linux, and you can also see Blender in the right side. In the next slide you can see the interface of Maya. There are several options you can see in the screen, that is sculpting, scripting, lighting, gravity and many more. You can also design a character as per your choice. For making animation we use the controllers and can move the characters as per our choice. I shall also teach and show you all the things in our further sessions. The software was written in C++, Python, C Sharp and ML. Then comes Blender. The software has similar types of usage as Maya. Here you can see the several options likewise Maya, that is sculpting, layout, scripting, animation, rendering, etc. You can use either of these two software as per your choice. But as an animator I would prefer Maya the most, as Maya is a professional software and Blender is fit for freelancers. Now we are going to enter into Pygames. This will be discussed by Shutoshi, our next speaker. So Shutoshi, please continue.
For developing games like BGMI, Assassin's Creed, we need Unity and Unreal, this type of engines. When we launch in a game in a market, okay, to make a place in a market. But for this session, we will use Pygames for developing an excellent game with the help of Python language, because it helps us to build low-end game faster. Okay. So before we go to the Pygames, we should get some idea about Python. Then there is several important characters are there, like tab, /t, /n, and \/ and string like double comma and also single comma is there. I will show you about the thing is that, okay, I will show you the thing. So if I take, for example, let's make a string variable. Okay, so hello. Okay, now when I print it, print e, so it will print hello. Okay, so now we will show you what is a slash tab and what is a new line, how we use that. Okay, so if I make it like this, t, and again if I make hello, so when I run it you will able to see that there is two times and there is a space between two hellos, right? If I don't give it, you will not get a space. Okay, you can see the difference. Yeah, if I give a /n, then it will produce a new line. Okay, see, it will produce a new line. So that's the thing. So then we come for the decode string. So I will go to the ASCII art to get uh, a coding art, so that I can show you what is the we can use efficiently. That's the thing. So we will do that. Yeah, this is copy and I will just do that. I will just, okay, after that just keep this thing, and after that just, and when I run it, it will show you the thing. Okay, got it. Now we'll delete all of this. We saw what is a doxin, right? So now we'll just remove it, and we'll make a variable like 8. Okay, now b is equals to 7. Let's make it 7, and c is equals to 5. Okay, so we are seeing what is the operators. So first equals to, okay, so let's take for like print a is equals to b, and let's make it print a is greater than b, which we know that it's greater, right, from b. Now when you print it, you will see that first it's coming, okay, sorry, yeah, it's, you can see that it's coming false first, and then it's coming true, because a is not equals to b, right? A is 8 and b is 7, so it's giving false. So you also get the idea about the boolean. What is a boolean operator? Boolean operators is the boolean operator is the two type, okay, true and false. So if the statement is not true, if the statement is not correct, it will give us false, and if the statement is correct, then it will give us true. Okay, so that's the thing. Now we will see the what is the logical operator. What is the use of logical operator? Let's just remove it and just make a condition. Okay, so if a is equals to b and a is greater than b, okay, I'm not using the c that much, okay, no problem. So if it's true, then it will print true, right? For the, sorry for the that thing. So now else just print false. Okay, so let's take a look of that. See, it's giving false because a is not equals to b, but a is greater than b. But instead I give or, you will see it will give true, because in or statement either of the statement is correct, it will give true. But in and statement, you have to get both of the statement correct, then only it will come true. Okay, so we are going for the next slide. Okay, so there is the assigning operators, how we assign a value, okay, variable. So we already show you how we assigning a variable, right? That was 7. So going for the next slide. So here comes this index. Okay, so the list. So I think everybody has some kind of idea about the array, because array is a basic concept which every programming language has, right? So the list is similar kind of array, where the array has a, in array you have to give the similar type of data, and you also need to assign the length of the array before you use it. Okay, but in list you don't have to assign the length, you don't have to worry about if you are want to make it a integer elements, then you can put all together. Okay, so if I get an array is a is also has a list, has also an advantage, like in you can see that a is equals to b is equals to 7, c is equals to 5, right? We are putting each a variable, and in array you don't have to assign a variable single. You can do one thing, you just give this and you can put all the value together. Okay, like 8, 6, sorry for the pointing. 7, and you can give many values. Again, you can also use string with integers too. Okay, so when I print it, you can see you will get the values. Okay, so now we'll see what is the loop. Okay, so if you know the basic definition of the loop, the same thing that actually it's like a string. Okay, it will go until it gets the end of the length. Okay, so when the statements, I will show you with an example. Okay, let's take a, let's make it this only. I will use this only. So like for in a print a in. So when I print it, you will see you are getting this, all of this 8 7 8 9 and all. Okay, so it much easier. Okay, so that's the use of the loop. After it finished, like if I print out of the loop something. Okay, let's print list is end. Okay, so when I run it, see, after it get finished about the list, then it will come out of the loop and it will print the list is ended. Until it doesn't finish, it will not go out of the loop, because it's going to stay in the loop until it gets its end. Okay, so the next we'll have, this is the example, because loop has two characters, two ways. Okay, there is a for loop and there is a while loop. Okay, so condition statement. So see, if you have two friends, okay, Neha and Sneha. So if you have 500 rupees in your pocket and you want to go date with your friend. Okay, so you know that if you go with Neha, she is very expensive and she loves inexpensive dinners. So that's why it's cost more than 2000. Okay, but whereas Sneha is very he loves coding, he not interested in so much of experience expensive dinner and all. So what you will do, so there's two conditions for you, right? If your money is greater than 2000, you can go in there, but if your money is less than 2000 or it's equals to 500, then because your money you have only 500, right? So if your money is 500, then you should go with Sneha, right? She is not that in expensive dinner and all. So that's the thing. And next comes the function. If there is a situation where you have to send the 50 lines of Diwali, you when you are wishing Diwali to people, right? So the 50 lines of Diwali message to every 100 people. Okay, so you have two choices. You can write 50 lines of message to every 100 people, or if someone's write the 50 lines of message and you only need to change the name of the person whom you're sending. Okay, so who will do that thing? The person who is will write the 50 line of code, 50 line of message, sorry. So who will send the 50 line of message for you to every 100%, and here you only need to change the name of the person. So here comes the function to save us. Okay, he will do the work for you to write the 50 line of message, and you only need to change the name whom you are going to send the message. So sorry for that. So the function. Okay, so here you can see the def greet function. So let's show you with some example. Okay, so let's make a function like def greet, and here you see the name. I will just put the name of the person whom you are going to send the message, right? So I will write um, I'll write something like, so let's make it yeah. So I will just make the person name and I will just write a message of 50 lines of like, let's make a wish Diwali message. Okay, let's make it so. Okay, so let's take it this. Okay, so we'll just paste it. A very happy Diwali to your name. Okay, first we have to give the name, right? So we will use that function and here you will put the name. Okay, so there is 10 of thousand I think 50 lines of, I don't know, it's many line, right? So instead of writing all the message, all this line to every 100 people, you just write that, call the function and put your the name of person whom you're going to send. Like for Paul, okay, like for myself, okay, I'm sending. So you see that it will change. See, the name has been changed. Okay, so if I change to it will change, right? If I change to, it will change to Harry. Okay, so see, we only changing the name and rest are doing by the function. So the next topic is Pygame. So if you do, you guys have any idea about Pygames? So introduction to Pygames. Okay. So Pygame is a cross-platform set of Python modules which is used to create a video games. Okay, and by using the Python programming language. Okay, so it's full of graphics, sound libraries, and it also contains the advance of the AI and logic operators, and all. There is also physics also there. In the physical operators, the gravitation view of that is also there. So it's full of rewarding nowadays, and it's because it's becoming popular as first, because also because it's is used is done by Python language. So as you know, Python language is booming right now in the code programming market. So that's why Pygames also getting much more popular than any other. Okay, so next comes so the class. Okay, so if you see that there is a blueprint, so from a single blueprint of a card you can make 100,000 of cards, right? So we need the blueprint to use anything, right? So here comes the class. So where you can see I have made a class of card, and here the card is the object. So card has two things, right? What is the card quality? The card has a speed, how much speed it has, the maximum speed, what is the model. Okay, so those are the attributes of the object of the card, right? So you can see I am importing card, and here I just print card name that it is speed equals to 100 and the company is BMW, right? So when I'm printing the card speed and company, it will print, you can see the output, right? So the Pygame is also the same thing. Pygame is also made by someone with the help of the class, this class. Okay, so it's the same way we are importing the card, we are importing the Pygame too in our Python, in any interpreter, right? For example, PyCharm or Visual Code, anything. Okay, so but for developing our Pygame, we will use PyCharm for this session. So let's install Pygame in PyCharm. Okay.
So now we are gonna install that PyCharm that we will use in our Pygame. So first of all, you have to go to the Google and type here PyCharm, CHARM, download. Then you have to go to the first link. Now it's open. Now you have to download the community version because the professional version is just for a free trial, but we need the community version. It is more than enough for our project. So just click on download and wait for some time. Then you can see the download word is coming. Now where you want to download, then click there and save. Okay, then the download will be started. As I already downloaded it and installed it, then I am not going to install it again. So now after downloading, open the PyCharm. Okay, then you have to create a new project. There, just set a project name here. I am keeping this the default. Okay, and then create.
So there are many methods of installing Pygames in PyCharm, but here we are going to use the simplest method. Okay, just write import Pygame. Okay, then you get a red bulb where you get the option of installing Pygame. See, now the Pygame is installing, right? Okay, installing. Wait for a minute. Okay, so it's installed successfully. So the Pygame is installed, right? So let's run a game in a PyCharm. Okay, so the game is working, right? The game is working. Okay, so let's close it. Sorry, yeah, I'm closing it. Yeah, close. So these are the main. This is the basic thing you are going to we're going to use. That at first you have to import the Pygame, then to initialize the Pygame, like pygames.init is used to use the Pygame module efficiently. Okay, then we should create the screen in which we will develop our game, right? So you can make a screen in any type of your choice. Okay, you can make from 480 to 600, anything. Okay,
To type import Pygame and then pygame.init to initialize the Pygame module. Okay, if you don't initialize the Pygame module, then you cannot use any Pygame functions in it. Okay, so first of all you have to type this pygame.init, then we can use the Pygame. So for making a game we need to set a display, right? So for a display, that screen that where we can play the game, we have to set the display. So for that I am going to make a variable game window. Okay, game window game window equals to pygame dot display dot set mode. Then set mode के बाद we have to enter a tuple. Okay, now first you have to enter your width of the screen. Let me take it to 600, comma, you have to set the height of the screen. Let me take it 480. Okay, now if you run it, right click and run, then you can see the display. It is gone because we have not set any loop that can hold the display for a long time. So if we want the loop, let me create the loop, game loop. Okay, we set the game loop. So for the game loop we have to create a infinite loop. Okay, so for that we are using while true. This is a boolean value. When this is true, this will be a infinite loop. Then I am just not giving any instruction here, so I am giving pass. Now if I run this, the window will be stay for a long time, but you can see I cannot resize it or cancel it because I have not set any event here. So let me stop it. Okay, so we will set the event in our next session. For now I am going to set a caption. Okay, so for caption means whenever you start the game, here you can see Pygame window is showing, but we are going to rename this. For that we have to use Pygame dot display dot set caption. Then you have to add whatever you want to display in a string format. That's why I am giving a double inverted comma, or you can give a single inverted comma. Let's say my game. Now if I run it, you can see the name is now my game. Okay, let's stop. So for now, for today's session, it is already time for today's session, and so for now this is it. Tomorrow we will make the game and set the statement inside the while loop that can hold our game, and we can play the game actually. Okay, we have to set the characters, set the enemies, and many more. We have to set many variables to handle everything. And then you can see I cannot cut this. We have to set the event that can cut this window and stop the game. Otherwise your computer will be hanged. That's right. So let me stop. Okay, so see you tomorrow.